Cheers, Internet, and welcome to Happy Fun Time Games, the podcast trivia segment that does its best work on a pool table. Joining us today on Beer Busters is our good friend, Greg Orth, owner of the beer and food pairing company, Craft Tastings. Hi, Greg. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
He will be competing against my co-hosts, Dan and Steph, for the completely meaningless title of Happy Fun Time Victor. And our game today in Happy Fun Time is There's Weird in My Beer. So if you don't know, in this game, I will tell you about beers that have unusual or strange ingredients, and you will have 3 multiple choice options to guess what the weird is in each beer. Now, since today we are celebrating 1 + 1 = 3 and mouthgasms, unlike traditionally in this game, none of the beers that we're going to talk about are particularly offensive. There's no testicles, there's no eyeballs in any of these beers. Some of them sound like they might actually be pretty good. So this is a pleasant version of this game today. So let's begin as we always do. To my left with our first beer of the game, Dan. First up, we have a porter from an Australian brewery that was made to satisfy a certain craving while maintaining dietary constraints. Through the use of a particular malt and something from the cupboard, this beer is designed to emulate, is it gluten-free pancakes, vegan steak, or eggplant parmesan?
Okay. I disagree with all of these.
That's not the question.
However, I'm going to go with vegan steak. I want to be wrong, but that just sounds right for some stupid reason.
All right, Dan is saying be vegan steak. Steph, what do you think?
I have made vegan meats from scratch. I'm saying A.
Okay, say gluten-free pancakes. Finally, Greg.
You know what? It's crazy to sound. I'm going to say A.
All right, Greg and Steph both saying pancakes. Dan saying steak. Dan is correct.
Hey, I didn't want to be.
Vegan steak.
It has to be a smoked malt.
Also, if it's a gluten-free pancake beer, they probably use like sorghum or some shit.
I did say a particular malt.
You did.
There are gluten-free grains.
They didn't use them in this beer, though. This beer is called Pepper Steak Porter, a vegan beer experience. And it's, quote, the ultimate ode to meat lovers. It's made with cherry wood smoked malt and black peppercorns. So there you go. It's actually not very complicated, but the idea was to make it taste like steak without actually containing steak. It was made by a brewery called Brew Cult in Australia, which our audience may remember, and Dan and Steph, they appeared last time we played There's Weird in My Beer with a beer called Acid Freaks, which was the balsamic vinegar Baltic porter.
Oh, yeah.
I do remember that because that was terrifying.
Yes, this was the, actually would like to try that beer. It sounds interesting.
No, yeah, I'd rather the balsamic porter sounds really good.
It does actually sound like it could be good. Both of that beer and this one were brewed for the same tongue-twistingly named beer festival, the Great Australasian Beer Spectacular.
You add peppercorns to a Rausch beer and it magically becomes steak.
Yes, that's what. Well, no, it's cherry wood smoked specifically. Cherry wood smoked malt.
Well, there's a lot of Rausch beers that use that.
I don't know why I'm arguing for their side. I don't know.
Sticky or sticky?
Oh, keep that in mind. That's going to come up later. But for now,
oh, dear.
Moving on, Steph is up to guess first on this. Our next beer is a cream ale that was released in early April of 2020. Now, that is a time that is notable for, 1, being very early on in the onset of the pandemic, and 2, being very close to Easter. The first of those points is relevant because the release of this beer also included a bunch of charitable activities around it, which I'll talk about a little later. But the second point is important because the beer includes the makings of a classic treat that complements its Easter time release.
Oh, no.
Is it Peeps, peanut butter eggs, or carrot cake?
Did you say where the beer was from?
I did not, but I will tell you it's from a brewery in Idaho.
I mean, Peeps would make sense because it's a cream ale. Do they have Peeps in Idaho?
Do they have Peeps in?
I'll say Peeps.
Steph is saying Peeps. Greg, it's your turn to guess.
Oh, shit. I went with her last time.
And it didn't do well.
Didn't work out too well.
Carrot cake.
Going with carrot cakes. Dan, what do you think?
What kind of beer was it?
It is a cream ale.
cream ale.
Released around Easter of last year.
I can see the peanut butter eggs working.
You gonna go peanut butter eggs? Wow, we got 3
Oh.
different answers. Which one is correct? You may be shocked to hear that it's Greg.
Hey, all right, Greg.
It was, in fact, carrot cake. This beer is called Because We Carrot. It's a carrot cake inspired cream ale from Bear Island Brewing in Boise, Idaho.
Remind me to never go to Idaho.
Appropriately coinciding with Easter, the beer emulates the classic cake with the inclusion of brown sugar, cinnamon, walnuts, and, of course, carrots. Now,
Of course.
and also, I want to give shout out to this brewery because, as mentioned, the release of Because We Carrot included a drive to raise donations for the Salvation Army, discounts on the beer for pandemic-affected industry workers, and toilet paper donations, and also a program to buy pints for first responders.
Oh, that's nice.
This beer engendered a lot of really cool things, and it was made to taste like carrot cake.
I will now welcome a trip to Idaho again because of that.
And if you go to the Potato Museum and you're from out of state, you get free potatoes.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
There is actually a potato museum. What the fuck are they displaying?
I drove through Idaho on a Sunday, and the museum is closed on Sundays.
Ah, man.
Well, so much for that. Moving on to our next beer of the game, our guest Greg, you are up to guess.
All right, here we go.
This is a collaboration beer that was made for the 2019 Collaboration Fest in Colorado. It is a rum barrel aged old ale.
Oh, hey now.
It was described by a writer for Boulder Weekly as one of the stickiest beers at the fest. That might be due to the inclusion of an unusual ingredient. Is that ingredient Jell-O,
Oh,
ice cream, or bubble gum?
I am going to go with ice cream.
All right, going with the ice cream. Dan, what do you think?
I think I'm going to say ice cream as well.
All right, we got an ice cream. We got an ice cream. You scream, we scream, we all scream. Steph, what do you say?
For
Bubble
ice
gum.
cream?
Steph is going with the bubble gum. Steph, the only one who is wrong because it was, in fact, ice cream.
Would have been too literal.
It was brewed by Jagged Mountain Craft Brewery and 105 West Brewing in Denver. Rum barrel aged Imperial Ice Cream Old Ale, which
Oh,
is its
nice.
mouthful of a name, was aged in the barrel for 3 months, after which 30 gallons of chocolate and dark cherry fudge ice cream from a local creamery called Little Man Ice Cream
Wow.
added to the beer. Would you believe it? We're coming up on our final beer of the game.
You didn't.
I am.
Oh, no.
I'm doing so well.
I didn't say
You
penultimate.
did. Oh my God.
That was our penultimate beer. This is our final beer. So before we get to the final question, we of course have to add up the scores real quick.
No, we don't.
Who goes first, who goes second, who goes last. Dan and Greg are both tied right now. They both have 2 points
All right.
each, both poised to perhaps win the game. Steph, you are actually out of options because you have absolutely no questions right. She hit a bit of a snag today, apparently. So she gets none. So out of a charity, we allow Steph to guess first.
That's not how it works.
Dan and Greg have to guess first because they are leading the pack. Steph will have the opportunity to guess last after hearing their answers, thus giving her a slight advantage that doesn't matter because she can't win anyway.
You know, I kind of feel bad. Is there a way we can give her an option for a bonus point?
Maybe we'll see.
Okay.
Let's get on to our final beer of the
Let's
game.
get on.
And we'll start with Greg. This, lastly, is a beer from Martin House Brewing in Texas. It is a brewery known for sour ales with a variety of creative flavors, but this particular beer is clean. The style of it is best described as other, and it is made to emulate a taste that every red-blooded American would know. Is it cheeseburger, French fries, or pizza?
Oh, come on. This is a complete
Yes.
cheeseburger.
All right, going with the cheeseburger. Dan, what do you think?
What kind of beer was it?
It is an other. What do they call it now? Like the walking on a trail beer, forage beer or something. There's all these weird names for them now, but it's one of
I
those.
like other.
Yeah, other.
I'm going to say pizza.
All right. Dan is saying pizza. Something just dawned on him finally.
I
Steph.
guess I'll say French fries because it doesn't matter.
All right, Steph gets bonus points if she's correct.
Okay.
She's not.
Oh, no.
Dan was correct. It was, in fact, pizza. Would you care to
For
share?
record, I was gonna say pizza,
It's
but
just
he said
other. The other stuff can work in like traditional styles of. I don't want to say traditional because like a cheeseburger does not make a beer traditional. However, if you throw pizza in the mix, means there's a tomato-based sauce or flavor profile in it, which does not really jive anywhere.
it's like
That
the
makes sense.
Steve Armstrong beer we had at the
That was good.
Brew Fest.
That was very good.
I will give Steph a bonus point right now.
God.
I literally have a note that says, pause here for someone to mention Armstrong. It says it right there. Pause here for someone to mention Armstrong.
Does.
It's in brackets and italicized. So yeah, it's pizza. It's called Space Pizza. 5.2%, as we said, vague ale of some sort, brewed with tomato paste, tomato powder, and oregano. As mentioned, although pizza beers are relatively rare, they're not completely unheard of. But of course, all of them, Armstrong included, owe a debt of gratitude to the granddaddy, or should I say, grandmama. Mamma Mia pizza beer.
Yep.
From the Mamma Mia pizza beer.
Oh. Have you ever had the Mamma Mia pizza beer?
I actually have not.
Absolutely horrible.
Whoa. That's not where I thought you were going with
No.
I did enjoy the Armstrong one. It's one of those beers that you want to try, but not like have a
Yeah,
whole
yeah, I'm
serving.
glad that we shared one.
But yeah, I think Mamma Mia pizza beer was at least the first like big commercial pizza flavored beer that was out there, but a couple people have made them since. So anyway, that's the end of the game. So now we're going to add up the scores and see who our big winners and losers are. With 3 out of 4 points, our big winner today, to my left, is Dan. Coming up just behind that with 2 points is Greg, and 1 bonus point for Steph, giving her only 1 out of 4 points in the game. So Dan is our champion today. He gets absolutely nothing for it, but bragging rights until next time.
I won't brag.
Thank you so much for playing. Thank you for watching on YouTube. But now, of course, what we got to do is shout out to our most generous patrons on Patreon. We would like to thank the following individuals very sincerely, beginning with Chris Mahoney.
I'm a banana.
And then Dana. Hi, guys. Sean Sullivan.
Wait a fucking minute.
Oh, that's a classic. PA Brew Review. Ding dong merrily on high. Topher Simmons.
Oh, shit. I have pineapple.
Good one. Poor Man's Brewing Company.
Yeah, that's a good 9 inches.
Jill Chivers.
Oh, I didn't want to hit that one, but we'll take it. Sorry, Jill.
Sorry, Jill. James Lamberg.
I'm going to go with the Belgian piss.
Eric Dixon.
Amazing.
Jen McDonald.
Dan, right?
Brian Mills.
I've just been using my nose, not my mouth nose.
Ron McDonald.
We're fucked.
And Joe Mansell.
It's literally full of couches.
Oh, if you want to find out how you can get on this list, get your name right on the podcast.
Oh my God, those are some of my favorites.
Some really good ones, right?
Good. I'm glad.
And you get to hear the sound clips too, which is the best
Oh,
part.
I can't wait to record it, Harris family.
There's different tiers. You get your name read. You get your name in the credits. Everybody gets access to bonus content, including
It's literally a room full of couches.
And it's super legal.
It's also legal to support us on Patreon at patreon.com/beerbusters. Thank you for watching. If you are doing so on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, tell us weird beers, weird beer names, anything you think would be good fodder for a game in the content comments below, and click the bell because that does something too, although I never do it. So who cares?
Gonna pause and save.
Pause
Stop recording.
and stop the video.